Can I share real quick what happened with me the other day on my because this has really rocked my world. I was watching a video on Facebook, and it was just a few minutes excerpt from a panel that was going on the BET network, and they had I don't know this rapper's name. It was a rapper guy, another lady. T.I. was on there, another rapper.
Killer Mike, T.I.
Candace Owens.
Candace Owens.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Killer Mike is that other guy. Okay, so Candace Owens is a fireball, right? She stirs everybody up, and so she's going off and talking about trying to prove factually that the statement that "Make America Great Again" is not racist in itself. She's saying that statement is not racist. And T.I. he says, Candace, so hold on, let me ask you this one question. And let me pause right there, because am I a Trump fan? No. I like some of the stuff. I like some of his I like the not playing around with politician. That's what I like. But I'm not a Trump guy. But do I think "Make America Great Again" is a great slogan? I have thought that. Because in my view, and what I've heard them talk about, is getting back to kind of that Reaganomics kind of thing where, financially stable, everybody can grow and become better and popular, or not popular, but better off in their life. So unpause, go back to Candace Owens there, and T.I. says, when was America ever great for black folks? When he said those words, really what I thought was, dang, man, I never saw that. And I told her, I told Raquel, sorry, I'm pointing off screen. I told Raquel, I said, man, I never thought of that. And I understand, I mean, let's face it, let's be real. Slavery didn't start in America. They didn't come over and say, hey guys, let's start slavery. That was a world concept at the time that they brought over. But so that's how that started. And then we moved through history and through time, and still there was this pressing down against black people and other people as well. But we're talking about this issue here. So then it comes to the point of, think about it, man. It's not even 100 years ago that women couldn't even vote.
Right.
I mean, that's pretty stupid to me, but that was the time going on. And then we come through all the other stuff and civil rights. Rosa Parks decides one day to press her shoulder against that boulder and say no, and she shoves that boulder just a little bit, and this amazing move starts. And still we go through the civil rights movement, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and just everything else that happened, the horrible things that happened in that time as well. And we have some changes. We have some reform that happens and takes place. And then, we come now to, up through the 80s. Somebody told me the other day when I was talking about this, they said, well, the 80s were good for all Americans. And I said, well, then you get into the whole conspiracy thing about crack cocaine being brought in and all that. And there's all this thing. And my point is, sorry if I'm going too long, but my point is that this statement that T.I. said, when was America ever great for black folks? That hit me between the eyes, man. And my heart shifted. Yeah. And it wasn't a law that did that. It was an understanding. It was a revelation that came and said, hey, man, let's clean your glasses a little bit here and look at this from this other perspective. My perception shifted.
Let me ask you a question about that. When he said that, because a lot of black people, they feel that Trump is racist. Let's be honest, that's how they feel. And it stems from that slogan, "Make America Great Again." So when you heard T.I.'s explanation, when he said, when was it great again, did you at that point realize to yourself, oh, now I see why blacks take offense to that quote, "Make America Great Again"? Because it's been better for black people. It'd be better if it said, "Make America Better Again." But "Make America," because we've been, no, for real, are we doing better as a nation, as a culture, since the 60s and 70s? Yes, I would. But great again? T.I.'s right. I mean, it hasn't been great. And it hasn't been great. I've been here 43 years today. It hasn't been great for me. It hasn't. You know, it's been better, but it hasn't been great.
So your question to me is?
Yeah, my question is, so how did, at that point, did you understand why people take offense to that "Make America Great Again"?
Yes. From that standpoint, yes, I do. Do I think that that's what he means is I want to get all the blacks back to slavery, or I want to get back to Jim Crow, or I don't think that he means that at all. I don't think that's his intent. I'm not a Trump guy, right?
Right.
I'm not.
No.
But I think there is a faction of America that probably would want that. There's this whole, the whole KKK and the Aryan Brotherhood kind of thing, and I don't know enough about that to really talk about it, except I think there is a section of people or a faction of people that would want to go back to something like that, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think that the majority of our leaders per se, or cops, or people that wear that MAGA hat, I don't think they're looking to let's get blacks back in their place. I think that's one perception or perspective, but that's another. I totally understand why any black American right now would say they don't agree with that statement. To say it's a racist statement, I don't really fully understand that.
Yeah.
But I understand, man.
I understand what you're saying. I get that.
Man, I mean, it hit me between the eyes, and it rocked me.
Yeah.
Like I never thought of it like that. And I know that if I can change my perception, then my view can change, and it adjusts things in my life. Your perception tugs on your heart. I believe that anyway. And so that's why I really wanted to have this conversation, and many more. We're gonna do more of these, where we can have some different views and different opinions, and like, how do we solve this? So that to answer your question, I'm sorry, I rabbit trailed a little bit. Yeah, it did. I see it. I get it.